tell you what you can't say. I ain't gonna tell you to do this for your own sake. Haters gonna put your mind in a bad place. So my advice, take charge and make it. Hey, what's up YouTube? This your boy PJ2 Hot here. I'm back from another video, and today I'm doing a review for Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 1 and Episode 2. There will be spoilers in this review, so if you have not seen the show and you don't want any spoilers, then I suggest not to watch this video. If you've already seen it, then this is what I'm here to discuss. The video is not going to be too long, you know what I mean? But I just give my honest opinions on what I liked and what I didn't like. First off, I've been looking real forward to this show. Like, since they announced, I'm like, yo, we get to see Ian McGregor again as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Who doesn't want to see that, right? So I'm really excited to see that. He was definitely one of the highlights of the prequel trilogy. So it's great that we finally get a chance to see him reprise that role, at least probably, most likely, one last time. So with that being said, I was looking forward to this. So far with Episode 1, I loved it. The opening too, which gives you a recap from the prequel, like the whole recap in the beginning was amazing. Like, it put me back into the shoes of shoes as a kid when I watched those movies for the first time, Episodes 1, 2, and 3. So it was great to see a recap from that. Loved it. Definitely set the tone and everything up perfectly for the show. And the first episode definitely was, in my opinion, it was fantastic. Now, I like the first episode more than the second episode, and I'll get to that in a little bit. I like the second episode. I'm not saying I don't like the second episode. I like it, but I'm just saying I prefer the first one over it. The first one, to me, the tone, everything was a lot more better. And they actually did some stuff in this that I wasn't expecting. Like, I'm like, yo, like when, since it's a spoiler review, I can talk. When Reva, I think it's Reva. I hope it's not Reva. I think it's Reva. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when she chops the lady's hand off, I was kind of like, whoa, I did not expect that. You know what I mean? I really didn't. That caught me off guard when they hung the Jedi's dead body from the raft, which we already saw a teaser of that in the trailers if you didn't know. But it was a darker, more gritty tone. I was liking it. I'm like, yo, I like this tone. Because this is supposed to be a dark time in the galaxy. So I was glad that, you know, they definitely captured that feel of the Jedi are on the run, that they're being hunted down, and I love that feeling there, because I've always really wanted to know that. We never really got that true feeling of that, because we got to see the beginning of Order 66 in Revenge of the Sith, and then we already saw the aftermath of it in the original trilogy, so we never really got to see it as it still ongoing like we see right now in Episode 1. So I definitely really enjoyed that. I also like that. Now, the character Reva, she is kind of annoying. I see, you know, a lot of people have been already complaining about her already, and I got some complaints. I actually agree with most of them. She is kind of annoying, but I'm pretty sure we'll get more of an explanation as to why she is the way she is as the show goes on. So I save most of my judgment until the show is finished. Then I'll fully give my opinion on what I truly think about her. First impression wise, yeah, she is kind of annoying, but hopefully they can fix a lot of these issues with her in the next episodes going. So, you know, I save most of my judgment really until then. But, you know, yeah, she is kind of annoying, so I do agree. But the set pieces are really good. Obviously, we're on Tatooine again, so I know everybody's tired of Tatooine. So yeah, we're still on Tatooine. But granted, you know, they don't dwell on Tatooine too long. We got to see a lot of please tell me, like Alderaan, I think. I'm big on Star Wars, but I have really been forgetting the name of a lot of these planets lately. But, you know, we got to see that, and Leia's planet, and because we seen it, but we never really got to see it, you know, really be on the planet like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't finished watching Star Wars Rebels yet fully, so in case it shows up on that show, I haven't seen it yet. But or you could probably argue with the Clone Wars show as well. But you guys like get what I'm saying. We never really got to see it in live action. So I'm actually I was actually happy to see the planet. The girl they got playing young Leia, I think, is great. You know what I mean? She's a cute little girl, and she definitely got the mannerisms. Like when she's talking, I'm like, yeah, that's Leia. You know what I mean? Like, that's Leia. So, you know, it's nice. Like, she's a good actor. Well, it's good for what she had. I ain't saying she's like the best child actor. Most child actors are kind of mid. You know what I mean? But, you know, she did good for what she had. You know what I mean? I said that she did good for what she had. You know what I mean? The only problem I have with her is in episode 2, the little chase scene. Like, Obi-Wan, come on, you know what I mean? You could have got her. But besides that, though, that was the only thing. It's not a lot that happens in episode 1, because episode 1 is mainly just kind of setting up the tone of the show, but it's dark and gritty, and you see it's Obi-Wan, you know, he's lost. He feels like he's failed because he failed Anakin, so he's like, I failed. You know what I mean? I've completely failed. I failed Anakin. So, you know, I just want to stay out the way. You know, he's using like, I have to stay for the boy and all that, you know, but, you know, obviously it's like he has self-doubt in himself now because he failed from Obi-Wan, you know, so that's probably like one of the biggest concerns from him right there, you know. Then Leia gets kidnapped because Reva is using Leia as bait to get Obi-Wan to come out of hiding. Now, how she knows that would get Obi-Wan to come out of hiding, I don't know. I'm assuming she probably knows that because he served like her father in the Clone Wars and all that. So that's the reason why, you know, he knows. Like, she thinks like, okay, well, because they were close in the Clone Wars, this could be a reason for Obi-Wan to come out of hiding to come save the daughter. So that's the reason why I get that. The Grand Inquisitor's in it, and some. Bless you. That's my dog. She just sneezed. But the Grand Inquisitor's in it, and I'm pretty sure some people are gonna be pissed off by episode 2. I don't think he is, by the way. But anyways, though, so, you know, they got a lot of actors from the Clone Wars to actually show back up, which is surprising to me. I'm actually glad to see them back. But yeah, you know, basically Leia gets kidnapped, and she's going to use her as bait to get Obi-Wan to come out of hiding. And the father comes to Obi-Wan and tells him, "Look, we all made mistakes during the Clone Wars, but I need your help. You're the only person that I trust to come save my daughter." So then Obi-Wan gets off-world. That's an excuse to get Obi-Wan off-world to get back into the fight at least one last time to come help Leia. So that's the excuse and everything, and that's pretty much the very end of episode 1. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that's happened. There's a Jedi that's hit on the planet that finds Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan saying, "Look, stay in hiding, live a normal life, just walk away. Find somewhere else, go off to the desert. If you can get off world, go somewhere else, leave, never come back, and live a normal life." Great. He doesn't listen, and then obviously that ends to his downfall at the very end. Reva basically threatened Luke's uncle, you know what I mean? And even then, Luke's uncle didn't give Obi-Wan up and everything like that. But he tells Obi-Wan, I'm not doing it for you, because he wants Obi-Wan to stay away from Luke, because he feels like that's going to put more Luke in danger. You're not getting near him. I want to make sure Luke is safe and everything like that. But we all know how everything turns out on that end. But that's pretty much mostly of episode 1. But it's a good episode. The tone and everything, which is perfection. I loved it. The second episode doesn't quite keep that tone 100%. It keeps it, but it kind of dwells away from it. And my main problem is with episode 2 is the fact is, how the hell does Reva, I'm gonna say, okay, but you guys know what I mean. How the hell does she even know that Anakin Skywalker is Vader? That makes no sense whatsoever. Like, I'm like, yo, how the hell does she even know that Anakin Skywalker is Vader? They have to explain that. Obviously, we're gonna probably learn more about that as the show goes on. But as of right now, how I feel, I don't understand how does she know. Only a few people know. From what I know, it's Obi-Wan, Yoda, obviously Anakin himself, and Palpatine. You know what I mean? Anybody else that's figured out has been killed or gets killed. You know what I mean? I think in the comics, some clone troopers figured out, and Vader wiped the floor with them. He took them out quick. You know, so most people who have figured out, Vader already gets rid of them. Anyway, so it's kind of like, you know, I don't understand that. Hopefully they explain it. But, you know, and the fact that they killed the Grand Inquisitor, I mean, I was kind of like, yo, what? Like I said, spoiler review. I'm kind of like, yo, what the fuck? Why the fuck is the Grand Inquisitor? Like, no. But then if you watch, you know, Rebels, he's in Rebels, so there's, to me, I think he's still alive. All right, I think she's gonna think he's dead, but he's gonna come back. I think she's still. I mean, I think the Grand Inquisitor is still alive. Now, my problem, you know, like, so that's more of a nit. When I Reva know and Vader, that's more of a nitpick. It's kind of like, where you going with this? Because I don't understand how she knows. The Grand Inquisitor, come on, where you going with that? You know, it's like, I don't like that either. And the little chase scene between Leia and Obi-Wan was kind of. It was just kind of fun. I'm like, yo, there was a point where Obi-Wan was right there. Literally could have grabbed her, picked her up, and then ran away. But he just kind of like stops and just, she runs off first. Then all of a sudden he tries to run after. I'm like, yo, you were right there. You could have got her. What the word? You know what I mean? Like, that was like, it was really silly. And she was running really slow too. It was funny. But she was running like so slow. You know what I mean? I'm like, Obi-Wan, you can't catch this girl? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things like that. I'm just kind of like, come on, you could have caught her. Like, y'all kind of drag that out a little bit longer than what it really should have been. You know what I mean? So, that's one of the things. The fake Jedi dude, like the guy, I don't know the actor's name, but I think he played in Eternals and all that. Like, he was all right in Eternals. On this show, to me, he didn't fit. You know what I mean? I wasn't feeling his character. He's a little bit too goofy for me. I didn't really care too much about him. I don't hate him. You know what I mean? I didn't hate the character. It just wasn't one of my favorite things. It was kind of like he was there, and I'm just kind of like, okay. So, you know, it was some things like that he done I thought was, okay, yeah, at the end, his little redemption arc in the end, he's trying to make amends and all. But at the end, he's taking money from people. He's actually trying to help people get off the world and all that. So he did some good there. I get that. But, you know, I just didn't really care for his character too much. I didn't really think he fit. You know what I mean? But that's why I said the tone kind of started dwindling a little bit. I felt like they didn't really know what type of tone they was. Like, they were going, like, they was trying to maintain that little tone as best as they could, but they lost it at times with some of the humor choices they tried to do. They just didn't feel like Star Wars humor to me. You know what I mean? But there was Star Wars humor in there, but, you know, it's kind of like some parts didn't really feel like Star Wars humor to me. But it's not bad. I see some people already complaining, saying this is the worst thing I've ever seen from Star Wars. I'm like, bro, it's not that bad. All right, yeah. There's a couple of choices in here, yeah, that I didn't really care about. But it's not that dang bad. All right? You know, it's 2 episodes in. I think it's supposed to be 6 episodes this season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's supposed to be 6. We still got some time, man. Give us some time. This episode was already was really short. The second episode was a little bit too short. All right, you know, Disney got to get together with some of that. These short episodes. You got these smaller seasons, but then you're giving us these short episodes. The first episode to me is the length that I think episodes all the episodes should at least have the same amount of time that episode 1 had. You know what I mean? That should be like at least an hour should be, but 42 minutes, I think is what they said. Like, come on, that's a little bit too short. Like, you can't be giving me six episodes and you're going to be giving me some short episodes within the mix of that. Like, no. But, you know, that's just what I personally think. But I know this review was all over the place. This is me just talking about the spoilers and just giving me my honest thoughts of what I thought. I'm enjoying the show so far. I do have my issues with it, but hopefully my problems are answered in the next coming episodes. That's when we can fully see how I really feel. I'm not saying I'm going to review every single episode, but, you know, I probably, you know, I definitely wanted to get my first thoughts of the premiere, you know, out for today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to do it the best I could. But anyways, though, this was my spoiler review for Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. This your boy PJ Too Hot. Peace. I told him I'm just trying to get my mind right. They tell me hold up and listen because it's alright. Your independence I applaud because it's all might. You feel exposed and pressure to get it all right. I'ma tell you